If you're sick of iPhone videos, don't watch this one because today we're talking about the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So rewind about 2 years. My buddy Andrew and I go back to like high school. We were friends in high school. We were in bands together. He's gone on to become an amazing developer, but on the side, he kind of moonlights as a portrait photographer, and he's actually quite successful at it too. He has been published in Vogue Italia. His work is absolutely fantastic. Go ahead and follow him right now on Instagram before you even see anything else that he does because he's wonderful. He hasn't posted in forever, and so Andrew, I know you're watching this. Come on, man, get some shots up on Instagram. Get some of the shots from this video up on Instagram at least. But Andrew and I did this video way back in the day with the Google Pixel 2, where we got a model and we did professional portraits on the Pixel 2 using moment lenses. So fast forward to today, the 12 Pro Max was coming out, and Apple has been saying that this is the best camera that they have ever put in an iPhone. I have already used this camera. If you haven't seen it, you probably have, maybe haven't. I did a video with Chris Howe playing with the iPhone 12 Pro Max at night, and I thought it did a great job, but I had already played with the iPhone 12 Pro. I have a review of the iPhone 12 Pro out. And so I was kind of at this point where I was like, I know this camera is already good. And so my expectations were kind of exceptionally high because I'd already played with the iPhone 12 Pro. In hindsight, I was thinking that it was kind of weird that Apple released the 12 Pro Max after the 12 Pro, because I think if they had brought the 12 Pro Max out first, it would have been the gold pinnacle standard for the cameras this year, and everything else would have had to mark up to that one. Everything else would have been held to that regard and that standard. But the fact that it came out afterwards, it means we had the iPhone 12 and we had the iPhone 12 Pro, so we already knew these cameras were great. So now that the Pro Max is out, it's good, but it's not like it's monumentally better than the 12 or 12 Pro or the 12 Mini even. But all that aside, the 12 Pro Max is here, and so it is fun to play with. We're gonna try with it. If you're looking for low light stuff, just watch the video that I did with Chris Howe. We went downtown and put that camera to its test to see how that new bigger sensor in the 12 Pro Max works and if it's even worth it. Spoiler alert, yes, it's great, but this is gonna be a theme with all the iPhone videos that I do. They're all good, so don't really worry about it if you're making the right choice or the wrong choice. I would watch this out of interest. If you have a 12 Pro Max, it's probably just going to justify your purchase. If you haven't bought one yet, you might think, oh, I guess I only need the 12 Mini or the regular 12. If you already got the regular 12 or the 12 Mini, this video will just be cool. I already have a good camera, and maybe this one's a little bit better, but it really doesn't matter. So what we did is we went out and we did some portraits with it. I actually shot all the behind the scenes for this video on the iPhone 12 Mini. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut to our kind of vlog street session, whatever you want to call it, of just out shooting with the 12 Pro Max, and I will show the photos that we took, or at least that Andrew took, and I'll show some 12 Mini shots that I got as well, because I personally have the 12 Mini. And so here is a day basically, or half a day or a morning even, with the 12 Pro Max shooting portraits, kind of test out all the new things and bells and whistles with that camera. I hope you enjoy it. When we get back, we'll talk about my thoughts about this camera system and moving forward, which phone I'm going to be using and whether or not I will cancel the 12 Pro Max that I also have in order. So without further ado, enjoy this day with the 12 Pro Max shooting portraits. Look, here's the thing. The 12 Pro Max takes great photos. But they all take great photos. And I said this before, the 12 mini, the 12 Pro, the 12 Pro Max, they all take wonderful photos. Yes, it's kind of cool that the 12 Pro Max has that bigger sensor, but in a practical real world scenario, when you're looking at these things, it's one of those things where unless you put it side by side, and I know Mark has said this, MKBHD said this too, unless you're putting these phones side by side, you're just truly not going to really tell the difference between the two of them. In a blind test, or if you're just on Instagram or on Twitter, or if someone printed the photo even, if someone put it up there, you would not be able to say it was a 12 mini, a 12 Pro, or a 12 Pro Max, unless you sat there and pixel peeped or you saw it side by side. Yes, it is cool that there's a little bit better bokeh with the 12 Pro Max because that sensor's a little bit bigger. But if you look in this clip right here, if I show the 12 mini video and then switch over to the 12 Pro Max, like the bokeh is a little bit stronger and you're getting a little bit more depth of field, but it's not monumental. It's not this big drastic change, but it is a drastic change in size. Like, look at the size of this thing compared to the mini. Me personally, and I said this in the video I did with Chris Howe, it's cool to have a big screen. If you want a big screen, yeah, get the Pro Max. Don't buy it just for the cameras, definitely not. But for me, because I'm more of a run and gun kind of street shooter, having this in my pocket and be able to whip it out and shoot whenever I want, creatively, I know I will take better pictures with the mini than I will with a giant phone like this Pro Max. I still have a Pro Max on order. It was supposed to come on Friday, but it's not gonna get here until Tuesday. I'm not going to decide until it actually shows up. I might open it and try it a bit more and see if it's something that I want to use as like an always on camera, but I'm still thinking like it's so big that I'd rather just carry a mirrorless. I'd rather just carry like an X100 Fuji or something when I'm already at this ginormous size. But I want to thank Andrew for shooting those wonderful photos. Make sure you go follow him and make sure you follow Twain, who we shot with as our model. He is absolutely a nice dude. I hope we get to do some work with him in the future as well. Like, subscribe. I'll see you soon, and I love you. Bye.